Stereotypes always come from somewhere. Actually, you know where the brown people not being funny came from? Here, it came from this. Well, actually, it came from all these. But same person, sadly. It is also very ironic that Lilly Singh, the same Lilly Singh who promotes female equality.
I second that. I think the world would be a significantly better place for all humans living in it if girls got education that they needed.
Self-worth, loving yourself, or the same Lilly Singh who promotes women's rights to a point where she ends up making sexist jokes towards men. That same Lilly Singh sells face slimming masks and face lifting masks that look like something that comes out of a sex dungeon, but that's not the point. That same Lilly Singh sells head slimmers, push-up bras, and booty lifters. And this is her official merch website. You can go to her channel and search it out. Now, I ask you this. Do you think these products should be sold by someone who promotes acceptance and self-worth? Of course not! But you know those teenage low self-esteem brainwashed girls are going to buy this and go, oh my gosh, she has the same gender as me, so it must be true. It doesn't mean shit having the same gender with someone. I share the same gender with some of the world's worst serial killer rapists. It doesn't mean shit, you idiot. Now, and how about this poster? Again, does this look like anything Lilly will say or promote? No, it goes against her brand of self-worth and being a
bisexual woman of color.
But she is selling it, or at least someone from her team is. Now this shows me two things. Either Lilly doesn't do what she preaches, and all that thing from her book to her interviews and all that shit she's been talking about female power and that, she means none of it. And she doesn't care, and it's all fake BS, or she doesn't care what she sells because she knows her fans will eat any of the shit up. Now you decide which one do you think it is. People give Jake Paul shit for having bad merch. This woman literally has a pizza on a hat and has the word king and queen on a hat. What kind of merch is that? You know what I mean? But hey, I shouldn't criticize any of that, should I? Because she's a
bisexual woman of color.
Now for her humor. I hate how she, for a lack of better words, acts black. She appropriates black culture. Basically, before I say anything, she was born in Canada, eh? So there is no way she could have picked up these slangs. For example, her book, How to Be a Boss. Look how the word is spelt. Clearly, she's trying to be funny by using old school rap slang. No Canadian or nobody except for the people who are born into that culture or live in that culture use that word. Just look at this shitty joke and I'll explain more.
Because a recent study said that the average American adult spends $70,000 on takeout in their lifetime. Yes. And the average Canadian Lilly Singh thinks only $70,000?
Okay, let's just not talk about how bad the joke is for a second. Can you imagine a Canadian Indian saying only $70,000? And no, having a laugh track behind this crap joke doesn't make it funny. Can you imagine an Indian saying that? A Canadian Indian saying that? No, because it's not part of the linguistic vocabulary of that region. Clearly uses it to seem more relatable to her LA audience and thinks that makes her funny, but makes her look stupid. But again, she's a
bisexual woman of color. Now there's one gym that all the famouses go to called Equinox. Yeah, I know that sounds like a horse's name, but it's actually just a room full of treadmills where models go to distract themselves from how hungry they are.
You are the one selling face slimmer masks and shit, you idiot! You can't make that joke, bitch. You can't make fun of a model's weight obsession when you yourself selling face slimmers and booty lifters. And also, you can't forget that she's a bisexual female. Like, you can't forget it. She has a whole 5-minute monologue on how life is being a bisexual female. You can't forget that fact, can you?
Let's get right into business, okay?
How was that funny? Don't they know when to use a laugh track? Imagine having a bad joke and such a loud laugh track on top of that. Makes everything go to shit.